Second Thursday, 14th, will be the teachers on accelerated learning. Third Thursday, 21st January, will be interaction with principals. Theme will be virtual reality, artificial intelligence. And 28th will be interaction with the school founders. The theme will be partnership with parents. So this is one important information. Today's session, Dr. Anuprakash, how many have joined now? You are muted. Please unmute.
We have 16 people with us, sir.
16. Okay. That's all right. So let us continue with this. From I have added, Thapar sir has written highlighting, rereading, keyword notes, and these three topics. I have added the very first topic can be remedial teaching versus accelerated learning. Basically, this is the concept going on for the last 10 years at world level. And instead of remedial teaching, we must switch over to accelerated learning, which is much faster, more effective, less time, and it is result-wise much ahead. It's a progressive approach. So we may have this topic as a first topic, subtopic. Second can be key concept of accelerated learning. What is this concept? What are its symptoms, attributes, parameters, and all this? And then, if you want to start it, if you want to switch over from remedial teaching to accelerated learning, so how to start? What are the steps in order, in sequence? And then we'll have success stories from schools, those who are already practicing. And of course, these highlighting, rereading, and keywords will merge in these headings, or we'll see what to do. So this is a proposed roadmap to go on the go about it. So let us discuss difference. I'll be noting down keywords, and all of us can discuss. So very first slide can be remedial teaching versus accelerated learning. I invite all of you friends to contribute in this.
Sir, before others speak and before we go further, I want to just say a few things. I remember Mr. Thapar used to say, Thapar used to say that is a time of working smartly, not hard work, but smart work.
Okay.
And time has come that we have to achieve a lot with least possible time. Just like when coaching classes, people were doing our experience, teachers were telling the tricks and shortcuts. How can you achieve something very high level with less energy and efforts? Other way, smartly. It does not mean that leaving something. It does not mean omitting something, but achieving the maximum by conserving the energy for better use somewhere else. So when we talk about accelerated learning, it inherent meaning is there. Now time has come that normal learning will not help it out. In our time, somehow we completed BA. In the novels, he is BA. If he has done BA, he has done MBA, and when we were about to pass out, MBA was increased. So if you have MBA, you have done BA, you have done something, it means you have reached something. Now, nothing is limit. Whatever you have learned, any moment you feel that you are somewhere lacking behind. So how smartly we can reach to that, the whole discussion should be on that line. And we should align everything that nature conserves energy maximum. Everywhere will nature we see that nature conserves energy. So we should also conserve our energy for somewhere else. So that's what we request. And this is open session. We invite all of you to please speak, tell your mind, tell your discussion rather than speakers is speaking something. Mr. Thapar will give some idea, but we all are here to speak whatever comes in our mind. How can we contribute to teaching learning communities? So please come forward. That's what we think sir is communicating to all of us. Please.
So I'm writing the keyword given by you. SS smart learning. Okay,
Okay.
this is accelerated. Okay, fine.
At the rate of Thapar sir, otherwise he will fight. There is a copyright. Although he has also copied from somewhere. But we have to be a copy machine now.
We all know remedial teaching. So anybody can tell what is remedial teaching?
Good evening, sir. This is
Good
Sheetal.
evening. Yes.
When we talk about remedial teaching and accelerated teaching, as teachers, we need to understand what is remedial teaching in the sense which are the cohort of students who would require remedial teaching. So, if we are looking at remedial teaching as an extra teaching, then the teacher has to first identify the students who would require, and accordingly, she has to plan her entire lesson, which should be in a 40 minutes lesson, how she can convert this remedial teaching into accelerated teaching in the classroom itself. So
Okay.
it's very important for teachers to understand their students' strength, first of all, in the classroom, and then identify the students who would require, like in a class, we have children who are gifted and talented. Now, when we are doing the same thing with them, it's a waste of teaching. They would look for something advanced. Similarly, we have students with additional needs, or as well as those who are slow learners in the classrooms. So when we are talking about remedial teaching, as a teacher, my first priority should be I should know my learners, and I should know who are the students who and what is their style of learning, and accordingly I should plan an accelerated teaching instead of thinking, okay, this child would require remedial teaching. So we have to shift from, as teachers, from remedial teaching to accelerated teaching, which is very much done inside the classroom in a 40-minute session. That is what like I would put it as the first point.
So much, ma'am. So I've written your two keywords. One is identifying the learner who need it, and then
Yes.
plan extra hours of teaching. That is remedial teaching.
Yes. Yeah.
Any other
When we
input?
talk about, yeah, and it has to be student learner centered, in the sense, as a teacher, my role is to be a facilitator. So as Mr. Prakash said, that we have to like make smart learning instead of smart. So for smart teaching, we need to give strategies to students to be smart learners. Like for example, if a child in the class has difficulty understanding a new concept, so as a teacher, what I would do is that I will give him a flipped lesson. That okay, tomorrow I'm going to teach this concept. Why don't you research and come on the topic given? So the child already has a previous knowledge about that concept, which would help him do an accelerated learning in the classroom. So this is how we can like convert remedial teaching and save that extra hours which the child would have put into accelerated teaching, which can be done in a 40 minutes lesson.
No, do flipped lessons to be given remedial teaching? Normally, we have not
No,
seen flipped lessons. This I'll shift to this one. Your
so
accelerated learning.
yes, yeah, flip lesson is basically to like facilitate accelerated learning in the classroom. So remedial teaching is a very old concept of teaching. Why do we need remedy for something when we can accelerate
यार
in
मैं
the
भूल
classroom with smart learning?
जितने में बात करूंगा जी. We got three points and 2 points here. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much. Request other
Thank you,
participants
sir.
to kindly contribute. And please introduce yourself. Tell your name, your school, those who are speaking. So remedial teaching is
May I
again
say
for
something?
weak students.
May I say something, sir?
Yeah, please.
Yeah, good evening. Myself Meenakshi Narula, Principal Chamford Futuristic School. And I would like to add on over here when we are talking about accelerated learning. This is and there is something common also in both the things. You are talking about verses, but still I would like to say when we are talking about teaching based on the various learning styles, and in that learning style we can talk about smart learning as well, but specifically when we are talking about learning styles, obviously we can accelerate the learning of any individual when we learning
Yes,
style.
very good.
If I
Very
am a
good.
kind of person, if I'm a kind of person who learns more by visuals, so I will be facilitating that process through more of adding on more visuals in my teaching style. And if I am a person more hands-on activities and all, then I will be doing such kind of activities. So I guess this can be done.
Very good point, ma'am. It's a very pertinent point. Thank you so much. Yes, learning styles are to be identified first of all, and then we align our teaching learning process as per the learning style of every individual child. Very good.
So I would want to add with Ms. Narula here, like instead of saying it as remedial teaching, can we not say it as differentiated teaching?
No, normally, why remedial teaching is written? Normally, remedial teaching goes on in every school. Based on result, the students are identified. Those who are failing, they are given extra time. They are given extra practice. They are given a special assignments, and teachers are allotted this work. And many schools they say weak student classes चल रही हैं हमारे यहाँ. तो हालांकि I say them SUT student with unique talent, पर उनको वीक स्टूडेंट कह के एड्रेस किया जाता है. तो पहला काम तो ये भी है कि हम उनको उनका रीनेम करें. स्टूडेंट विद यूनिक टैलेंट हम उनको बोले, ना कि वीक स्टूडेंट्स.
Ji sir,
So,
I have seen and I have done a survey in Dubai for around 16 schools in Dubai regarding remedial teaching, and I've seen that the progress of students attending those remedial classes versus students who are getting differentiated teaching in the regular
so
class
differentiated
is
teaching, we can write here in this side, it's a differentiated teaching. As
in the
Narula
regular
has
class.
added,
Yes.
we identify learning style and accordingly teaching is differentiated. So differentiated
And
teaching is very much there.
yeah. So when we say differentiated teaching, it means that we are also scaffolding the child's learning in the classroom. It is just not the teacher who is teaching. It is also the buddy in the classroom, how we are making the seating arrangements of these children who are slow learners or who are like consistently not able to improve their academic performances. So how is the seating arrangement done in the child? Everything comes under a differentiated teaching then. So if we like make a shift in the minds of the teachers, because when we have remedial classes separately happening, it is a block in the teacher's mind that okay, these are weak students, I have to work extra with them. Again, students feel that they are labeled as weak students. So if we make this change in this in the teaching pedagogy, that okay, opt for differentiated teaching in the classroom instead of going for a remedial teaching after classroom. So the survey says, sir, that differentiated teaching has more impact. Students' progress is more productive than having remedial teachings in the classrooms.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Let me add one point here. Before we go for accelerated learning, what we do, first thing we do background check. What is the status of child? How what is the root cause? Real root cause of the weakness is what is the strength of the child? What so that background check also is very important. So two things are important: learning style as well as background check. So how much is the requirement? What kind of requirement is there? What way we have to align our teaching learning process? In order to decide that, these two prerequisites or 3 steps are very, very essential. So 6 points are here in accelerated learning, 4 points are in remedial teaching. Can we add more points in remedial teaching? Because normally it is done.
Dr. Singh, I would like to add one point here from my experience.
Sir,
Yeah,
sir.
I'm Vivek Sohal, yeah.
Sir.
I'm not a teacher, but I have been observing a lot of classes along with Dr. Singh also. I think the peer learning will play a very major role in accelerated learning.
Very
And
nice, sir.
yeah, so I mean, first of all, we have to identify what is the goal of the learning within the class. It has to be whether it is, I mean, so far we have been preparing people for the job, but if the focus is going to shift, then every class will have to lay down as to what is the goal and identify the brighter children in the class who could pass it on to others. I mean, we know that peer learning is a very effective tool here. Thank you.
Very right, sir. Thank you so much. Yes, peer learning is equally important. Special educators are also used in many schools to take care of these weak students, so-called weak students, which I say SUTs, because social reformers are these students only. All miracles world over is done by these students only. Only it depends how much we recognize them or how we deal with them. So they are the innovators basically. So 6 points and 7 points here. Any more points, friend?
Collaborative learning is highly important as far as accelerated learning is concerned.
Okay.
An atmosphere where a number of children get together in a group learning will cause lots of different parts of the brain to get incorporated. Instead of isolated children sitting, isolated learning happening, collaboration will cause accelerated learning.
नहीं, पर एक बार बताइए मैम, जैसे जो नॉर्मल क्लास हो रहा है वो भी तो कोलैबोरेटिव लर्निंग है ना, और उसी में वो वीक स्टूडेंट क्रिएट होते हैं और वहां हमसे वो टैकल नहीं हो पाते हैं, इसलिए उनकी एक्स्ट्रा क्लास लगाते हैं या स्पेशल एजुकेटर को हैंड ओवर करते हैं, या हम टीचर्स के लिए स्पेशल टाइम टेबल बना के उनसे कहते हैं भी एक अलग तरीके से पढ़ाइए. हाउएवर दे टीच इन द सेम मेथड. नॉर्मली मेथड वैसे चेंज होता नहीं है, सेम मेथड इज यूज्ड, ओनली एक्स्ट्रा सब देते हैं. बेसिकली तो यही करते हैं हम.
It's remedial teaching.
Sir, I would like to say something. When we have written the point about scaffolding, obviously scaffolding is required in remedial as well and accelerated learning as well. But more of scaffolding is required in remedial teaching. You see, in accelerated teaching, when we are talking about scaffolding, initially we just guide the child in a particular way, and slowly and gradually we reduce that scaffolding part and the child becomes independent in learning. But that is more required in case of remedial teaching, when we say, whether we talk about enrichment classes, whether we say improvement classes, name whatever it is, but more of scaffolding is required in this remedial teaching.
No, required is different, ma'am. But what normally happens is, बड़ा ट्रेडिशनल मेथड से हम पढ़ाते हैं. जो रेमेडियल टीचिंग हम नॉर्मली सर्वे करेंगे, स्कूलों में देखेंगे, तो मैंने कहा ना, क्लास में जो फेल हो गए, टीचर कहते हैं भाई इतनी बड़ी क्लास है, हेट्रोजीनियस क्लास है, मेरे से नहीं हो सकता है, वट एवर आई कैन डू, आई एम ट्राइंग माई लेवल बेस्ट. उसके बावजूद भी फेल होते हैं. किसी स्कूल में 0 फेल होते हैं, किसी स्कूल में 30% फेल होते हैं. तो ये तो डिपेंड करता है कि इस स्कूल का लेवल क्या है और टीचर्स कितने ग्रूम्ड हैं, प्रोफेशनली कितने हाई लेवल पर हैं. एनी हाउ, तो रेमेडियल टीचिंग नॉर्मली हम पिछले एज ओल्ड से करते आ रहे हैं, बहुत सालों से, और नॉर्मल मेथड उसके यही है कि एक्स्ट्रा प्रैक्टिस हमने दे दिया, एक्स्ट्रा असाइनमेंट बना के दे दिए, और हम कहते हैं लो भाई हो गया ये. उसके बावजूद भी वो फेल हो जाते हैं. तो इसलिए उसके कंपैरिजन में एक स्मार्ट लर्निंग का कंसेप्ट चला कि भाई लर्निंग को एक्सेलरेट करना है. तो ये बेसिकली एडवांस मेथड है जो सब जगह अभी इस्तेमाल नहीं हो रहा है. तो सेशन हमने इसी पर्पज से रखा है क्या समझ में आया कि रेमेडियल टीचिंग वर्सेस एक्सेलरेटेड लर्निंग में क्या फर्क होगा और क्यों उसको अडॉप्ट करना है हमें? हाउ वी हैव टू डू इट, उसका अलग स्लाइड रखेंगे। तो अभी तो हम उसका डिफरेंशिएट कर रहे हैं जी।
Sir, then I would like to say something. When in the third point it is written, it is meant for the weak students. So obviously now accelerated learning is not meant for the weak student. It is meant even for the gifted children as well. When we have to accelerate, when we have to push them in, towards particular thing, it is meant. It can be meant for various learning styles, maybe gifted children as well. So
meant for all kind of students.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, good, very good.
Sir,
तो इसमें
when we talk about sorry,
जी
when we talk about remedial teaching and accelerated teaching, why remedial teaching doesn't impact is also that we are teaching the content with some extra worksheets or extra assignments and all. We are not looking at the skill of that subject. Like if I'm teaching maths, then I'm only looking at the syllabus part of the maths, but I'm not looking at, okay, the child has difficulty in putting the steps of, for example, of a word problem, is unable to put on the steps. So I'm only teaching him the steps. So it's accelerated teaching, like then in remedial teaching, we need to teach the child the skills of that particular subject rather than the content of that subject. That is why remedial teaching doesn't work that great with children, because they find that, okay, I was weak in this subject, again I've been given the same thing to do it again in an extra class, but the teacher has to explain him the skills of that subject. So there has to be a shift in remedial teaching when we are talking about how to do a remedial teaching. Focus on the skill rather than the content of the subject.
Very nice. So we have written enough points on this slide. Let us move to the next slide.
Sir, one more thing. Sir, one more thing.
Yeah, yes,
came
please.
to my mind. Actually, in remedial teaching, there is more of, repetition. When the topic that has already been taught in the class, we are repeating that in remedial class maybe once, twice, thrice, or whatever. In accelerated learning, we do not talk about, recapitulation. We devise various and other strategies to teach the concept. So this is entirely different.
Okay.
Good evening, everyone.
Ji.
Sir, before we move over to another slide,
Ji.
Somehow, like I'm finding the heading that we have given to this slide a bit uncomfortable. It's remedial teaching versus accelerated learning. So in both the places, I think we should either add learning or teaching.
It should be teaching, accelerated teaching, remedial teaching versus accelerated teaching.
Should I teaching?
Versus
this teaching is causing, ma'am, remedial learning and accelerated learning.
Yes, we are talking about learning.
दोनों को ये बताइए, दोनों को लर्न कर दूं, दोनों को टीचिंग कर दूं?
No. I think my point here would be, I think it is correct, whatever heading you're given, from the point of view that ultimately the focus should shift from teaching to learning. We call it learning centered.
जो concept है वो learning का ही है, क्योंकि अब देखिए ना, जो वर्ल्ड ओवर डिस्कशन है, कोई टीचर सेंटर एजुकेशन से लर्नर सेंटर से भी लर्निंग सेंटर पे आ गए हैं वो।
अग्री सर।
एनईपी 2020 की बात करें तो वहां लर्निंग ऑब्जेक्टिव्स की बात है, वहां पर सारा फोकस जो है यही है, इंडिविजुअलाइज्ड लर्निंग, डिफरेंशिएटेड टीचिंग लर्निंग, इंडिविजुअलाइज्ड इंस्ट्रक्शन, पर्सनलाइज्ड इंस्ट्रक्शन, उसकी बात हो रही है। तो यहाँ ये हम इंश्योर करना है हमें कि इंडिविजुअल की लर्निंग हो रही है नहीं, ये इंपॉर्टेंट है, टीचिंग हो पा रही है नहीं, टीचिंग तो हो रही है, टीचिंग तो मोस्ट ऑफ द स्कूल्स में होती है, लेकिन लर्निंग हो पा रही है नहीं, इसका पता नहीं हमें। तो इस तरह अभी रेमेडियल टीचिंग चलती है, उसको कन्वर्ट करना है टू लर्निंग, दैट टू एक्सेलरेटेड एंड स्मार्ट लर्निंग।
I feel
then we can remove the versus part. Remedial teaching leading to accelerated learning.
Exactly. टॉपिक यहाँ कुछ भी कंपैरेटिव कर रहे थे,
let's not differentiate, then this is what is leading to this.
Yes.
Yeah, finally, yes, you
very
are right.
True, Mrs. Nalarula, very true.
So अब हम अगर एक्सेलरेटेड लर्निंग की बात करें, उसके कुछ कंपोनेंट्स हम लिखना चाहें तो क्या क्या लिखेंगे? ऐसे तो वो बहुत सारे कंपोनेंट उधर आ गए.
It should be multi-dimensional, keeping in mind the Howard Gardner thinking, teaching styles. Yeah, multi-dimensional, multi-sensorial, holistic, I mean.
मल्टी-सेंसोरियल. ओके. बाकी लोग भी कंट्रीब्यूट करें. जो अभी डॉक्टर साहब कितने हैं लोग, कितने जुड़े हुए हैं?
We have 22, more than 22 now, sir.
जरा कौन कौन है, उनको थोड़ा सा रिक्वेस्ट करिए कि सभी लोग कंट्रीब्यूट करें.
We have
Nurture creativity.
We have Amar Jyoti Gorai, Anil Kumar Pandey, Aparna Jha Misra, Chandrani Kinger, and Dharmendra Kumar, Devendra Kumar, Kirti Prakash, Meenakshi Narula ma'am, Pallavi Day, Piali Samantha, Rajinder Narula ma'am is there, Ratnesh Kumar Sinha, Reena Tomar, Rekha Pandey, Rituparna Sen Gupta, Seetal Joshi is already there with us, Sobhna Rastogi, Sukhwant sir, and Sunny Roy we have from Silchar. He has joined from Silchar with us. So please.
So chaliye, request to everyone. Yes, please add more points. Multi-dimensional.
Nurture creativity. Nurture creativity.
Smaller tasks, or we break into smaller goals for acceleration.
Breaking
into smaller goals.
Smaller goals. Okay.
We also learn how to block distractions in accelerated learning.
Control distraction, address distraction, or
blocking distractions.
Distraction.
Sir, ensure a progress outcome for every student in class.
Instead of saying distraction, we can say blocking distraction.
Block distraction.
Okay, blocking. Okay.
Sukhwant, distraction can be defined differently. Something may be distraction for you, and some other person may be very big attraction, and that may be something fruitful in the life also in person. So blocking
accelerated learning. So in accelerated, this is a very
देखिए, इसको बैरियर्स भी कह सकते हैं हम. डिस्ट्रैक्शन है, बैरियर्स हैं, लर्निंग के हर्डल्स हैं, बेसिकली उससे है. तो वो अलग अलग इंडिविजुअल के अलग अलग होंगे.
जी सर.
No, I think this point about
barrier-free learning.
Incorporate mental images, imagery.
Blocking के बजाय ओवरकमिंग होगा ये.
Overcoming distraction. Yes.
Overcoming.
Actually, this point gets connected with point number 4. That we will be, if we stick to smaller goals and be very focused, then distractions will automatically go away.
It's all combined.
It's combined, actually. It's an offshoot of the first one, of the fourth one. Focus is important. Focus will be built up based on the outcome, the learning outcome that we want to achieve at the end of the day, and that should be at the center of our matrix.
Distractions can be taken away by changing
other components
your
of
teaching
accelerated
style every
learning
20 minutes, 25 minutes.
Sir, can I add something?
Yeah, please.
Yeah, I think blocking anything will not work with kids. So
therefore we said overcoming.
Managing distraction. So we can use distraction as a motivation or something else or other things. So if we can manage distraction.
The child has to be told to manage. So it's managing or blocking. Like
no, overcoming or managing. Should I keep both or should I retain one word?
Then Dr. Singh, I'll add one.
Dr. Prakash, mute कर दीजिए बाकी सबको.
I'll give you one more. Why not channelizing distraction? I mean, there may be distraction, there may be anything, any kind of emotion, sentiments coming at that particular. They all need to be channelized towards achieving the learning outcome that is aimed at. So, I mean, even they say when you are doing yoga or meditation, you should be free of distraction at that particular time. You should, even body should not be moving at that time. When you want to, like Dr. Arun Prakash had said, that somebody's distraction may be somebody else's attraction. So, next session could be taken on that attraction part. I mean, putting it into a context in that particular thing. So, everything, maybe managing and channelizing could be the thing. The point is that the moment we are very focused on our objectives, which are very clear and is being owned by everybody, then we will be able to manage or channelize or even avoid distractions. So
Okay,
we are
I had
talking
written
about the
few
concept.
points.
We are talking about the key concepts. We're talking about the concepts. And
Correct, correct. So
Single
I have
tasking.
also written few points. Let me share my points. Natural way to increase our learning style. Natural way to identify learning style and increase learning. Need to include mixture of activity on our kids' life, such as fun, pleasure, discipline, play, study, music, connectivity with nature, and giving some time for ourselves per day to remind our today's learning. These may also be few keywords here. Let's go to next. अगर start करना है, एक तो स्टोरीज हम इसलिए सेशन जल्दी रखा हमने, so that we have time, ample time till 13th of January. So whatever classes are there, if any school has not started, we expect that they must switch over to accelerated learning, number one. Number two, we must try out with some groups, some classes, and should be able to share our results on 14th of January. This is our expectation. So all those who are able to do it, we would request kindly share with us by 12th or 13th maximum, so that we can finalize, we can slightly edit it, put in the sequence, and then we share all of us on 14th. How to start? Few words I have written to start the process. Sorry. Let me share a few more slides and again we'll come back. We have 20 minutes time left. Thapar sir has given these slides highlighting. Thapar sir, would you like to explain?
It's already there, sir, but still, as you...
Now, please explain. Please explain.
Accelerated learning is something that we guide the students to adopt, so that they can complete their courses in a short period of time, especially when they are in a hurry. They have less number of days to prepare. So for this, they have to, we expect them that they have gone through the lessons earlier, and when less number of days are left for their exams, accelerated learning has to take place. I believe that accelerated learning cannot be one method for them right from beginning. Earlier, they have to give time, and it's later, at a later stage, they need to go for accelerated learning, where they have to be advised to use markers while they are going through the lessons, while they are learning it from the teachers. We can make use of markers, we can underline, we can use these marks that I have mentioned, squares, stars, triangles, or even at times we also, we don't want to spoil the text, we use dots in certain places. And then it becomes easier for us to get back to those important parts in the text. So, most important of all is to know what for are you reading, the task. Then accordingly we can underline, or we can use the marker or squares, stars, triangles. We need to know what for are we reading this particular text. There may be different objectives. So
Okay.
I feel that for rereading also, we need to advise the children that they have to set certain time, because in the exam also we tell them, when you write exam, keep some time towards the end for revision, so that when you're revising your answers, you find many things where you can add on and improve your performance. So there are a few other things also that I had forwarded with another PowerPoint presentation. If you can just see that, there are many points, 10 points I've tried to add over there.
Okay, later on you sent another one?
Yes, sir. This afternoon itself. This afternoon I have sent PowerPoint. If we can just go through that, if time is there.
Okay, let me try that.
Understood well, and then we can proceed accordingly.
Dr. Anubhash, can you download in the meantime? You have done chunking more techniques, chunking, multi-sensory.
This is the PowerPoint I used yesterday, so I just remodified them, and I thought let me go in for another set of PowerPoint presentation. That was better.
Okay. Okay. See, nobody put a point. Mind map is very, very important aspect when we were talking. Key concept also. Mind map is very important dimension. Memory aids are okay. Relaxing is important. Meditation is important. These are team members. Thapar sir ka photograph missing hai. Here are a few more slides. Accelerated learning ka learn how to learn program. Accelerated learning is learn how to learn the program. How to learn. We each have a preferred learning style. जैसे नरूला मैम ने कहा कि लर्निंग स्टाइल जानना जरूरी है, तो हर एक का प्रेफर्ड लर्निंग स्टाइल है. तो प्रोग्रेस कार्ड में सबसे पहला हेडिंग होना चाहिए लर्निंग स्टाइल ऑफ चाइल्ड. ओवरऑल हम लिखें या सब्जेक्ट वाइज लिखें. So my request would be every school should add this heading at the top of the progress card. Progress card होना चाहिए, report card नहीं, marks card नहीं, academic card नहीं. If we know and use the techniques that match our preferred way of learning, learning will be accelerated. We learn more naturally because it is more natural for me, it becomes easier, it is quicker, hence the name accelerated learning is given. We can learn anything we want to learn. Learning how to learn is most important thing we can do. We can learn faster by knowing how the brain works. To earn more, we need to learn more. We can achieve any goal by developing the skill needed to achieve it. And a few more points. It's a changing world. The jobs will be changed, the requirements will be changed. We cannot anticipate what will be the scenario after 10 years, 15 years. So whatever is applicable today or pertinent today may not be useful, or it can be totally irrelevant. Brain there are 3 or 4 theories regarding brain. 3 brains, 2 brains, left and right. So this is what we can discuss. There is this master plan. Master, relaxed mind, acquire facts, search out the meaning, trigger memory, exhibit what we know, reflect on what we know. So this we have to, we can use. Relaxed mind and all this, some slides are given here. So friends, here are few efforts. Still we have 15-minute time. Those who have not spoken, we request all of you kindly speak. I come back to the original slide. I'll add more slide here.
Arun, were you able to download my PowerPoint? You are muted.
Are you? If you are able to do it, I'll stop sharing. You please share as PPT.
So can you send once more, please, just WhatsApp?
Okay.
You have sent on email or WhatsApp?
Email and both. WhatsApp कर दूं?
No, WhatsApp. Just please send immediately.
WhatsApp RP group कर दीजिए या तो.
अभी कर रहा हूँ.
Let me also see.
Sir, when we talk about accelerated learning in the wider perspective, it is not only some children who are having problem, it's more as a whole gamut of learning. Whatever barriers are there in learning should be overcome so that learning can be accelerated. So
Thanks.
it's basically to help children to overcome all possible barriers which may be of learning styles related may be there, which may be because of the teaching style that we do, maybe because of the background of the children which they are not there, where motivation is not coming or technology has to be used. Whatever we have to do, the things are accelerated now. But for accelerated learning, I think we should be more important to children to understand why they should learn and what is the learning outcome ultimately. If children are motivated, they will be learning more. What we do, more we emphasize on our doing only. We start teaching without realizing whether child should study and why child should study. How this is going to affect child. How to bring children in the fold of learning. So if we can somehow win the children will learn much more accelerated learning will take place. So somehow bringing children in the learning fold and making them ready for learning should be prerequisite for any learning, especially when we want to do something accelerated. So contribution, please.
Yeah, absent.
देखिए डॉक्टर साहब फिर इसका मतलब आप जो कह रहे हैं
Excuse me, sir.
सबसे
Excuse me,
पहले
sir.
Sir, I can share.
Excuse me, sir.
okay
This is Amar Jyoti.
let me add to your point. The first lesson for every teacher is to work upon attitude and perception of the child. If perception can be changed, it is made positive, child is receptive, child is willing, child is happy, that learning will be naturally higher. So we have to understand the indicators of learning, and that too of attitude and perception.
So,
Hello.
Okay.
Hello.
Yes, please. Yes, please.
Sir, very good evening to all of you.
Ji, good evening.
Hello, sir.
Yes, Amar Jyoti.
Yes, sir. Very good evening to all of you, sir.
Yes, please. Good evening.
As I'm very happy to be in this part of this your webinar. First of all, I want to say something regarding accelerated learning. Sir, in accelerated learning, it's a good thing, but before introducing accelerated learning, we have to see the children whether they are ready to cope up with the accelerated learning, because certain strategies are to be implemented, what their backgrounds are, learning objectives we have to take care of, so that before completing any concept, we have to go through their weak points, we have to go through their every strategy where they can analyze their difficulty, every aspects. Then only we can have the good scenario and we then can implement all these things. I do think, sir.
May I say something?
Sir,
If it is discussion, obviously healthy discussion, I would like to add one thing, whatever sir has put in just right now. Accelerated is, this is what we are saying, we have to accelerate the learning. Obviously, we have to take care, whatever, obviously the weak points, or maybe moreover, instead of weak points, we need to take care about the strengths of the students, what the strength of the child is, and we need to facilitate the process through that learning style. If the child, I've already mentioned, if that particular child is very good, like I have seen nowadays the children, they are very much tech savvy, so they love to be playing with mobiles, the augmented reality and all. And nowadays, see, Google, they have got very beautiful, wonderful apps. If the children can be taught through that manner, they will be able to present their work not only by writing, but maybe by speaking, maybe through those apps. So I guess the learning will be accelerated. So this is what I just wanted to add on.
I would like to ask something. Good evening. I'm Rituparna sir from DMA Rampur. May I ask a question?
Yeah, please do.
Good evening, sir. Actually, what I wanted to say was that when you're talking about accelerated learning, it actually addresses the particular strengths, weaknesses, and also has certain things that we need to design for each child. So for this, we need to rope in the parents also. Is it possible for the school or the teacher to do it alone without, or has it got to be a two-way process with equal participation of parents? That is one thing I'd like to ask. And another is that when we have made a transition to online teaching and we are in the foreseeable future going to continue that way, how else could we remodel the techniques of accelerated learning?
See, parents, of course, we have to take group. All stakeholders have to be to work in collaboration only, not only as a team, rather as a collaborative team. So there is no doubt about it. And as regard this is what we are discussing कि ऑनलाइन जब चल रहा है तो वहां जैसे नडुला मैम ने अभी कहा कि वो हमें अलाइन उसी तरह से करना है। अब हम क्लास में तो उनको थोड़ा बहुत डरा के या थोड़ा बहुत आई कांटेक्ट से हम उनको हैंडल कर लिया करते थे। नाउ दे आर एट होम तो उनके साथ सारी टेक्निक ही बदल गई हमारी। अब स्कोल्डिंग नहीं चलेगा, बीटिंग नहीं चलेगा। बीटिंग तो चलो अलाउड नहीं था ऑफिशियली पहले भी या लीगली, परंतु फिर भी आप फिजिकली उनके पास जा सकते थे, कुछ उनको बात कर सकते थे। अब तो वो भी पॉसिबल नहीं है। तो इसलिए टेक्निक तो सारा चेंज हो ही गया है।
Yes, sir, exactly.
एवरी डे आउट ऑफ बॉक्स एक्टिविटी कुछ ना कुछ करनी है। एवरी डे स्टार्ट जो करना है वो पॉजिटिव स्ट्रोक से करना है। तो हमारे पास पॉजिटिव स्ट्रोक्स की कोई लिस्ट हो। अब रोज रोज एक ही सेंटेंस या एक ही चीज हम बोलते जाएंगे तो उससे भी बोर हो जाएंगे आफ्टर सम टाइम। भाई रोज ये तो नहीं कह सकते यू आर लुकिंग वेरी गुड, स्मार्ट। सेम सेम रटे रटाए सेंटेंस तो नहीं चलेंगे। तो बेसिकली पॉजिटिव स्ट्रोक्स का एक ये होमवर्क है हम सबके लिए कि पॉजिटिव स्ट्रोक्स की हम लिस्ट क्रिएट करें, यूज करें, ट्राई और टेस्ट करें, उसको शेयर करें। लर्निंग जो डॉक्टर अरुण प्रकाश ने कहा है कि जो उनका परसेप्शन और एटीट्यूड है उस पर बात करें। या डॉक्टर साहब दिखाइए क्विकली पीपीटी स्लाइड्स तो दिखा दीजिए कम से कम।
सर यहाँ पर
जी
when we are talking about accelerated learning, सर जब एज ए टीचर जब मैं एक लेसन प्लान बनाती हूँ तो मेरे दिमाग में ये ध्यान रहना चाहिए कि मेरे क्लास में एवरी स्टूडेंट शुड मेक प्रोग्रेस इररेस्पेक्टिव ऑफ देयर लेवल। तो मेरी जो लर्निंग ऑब्जेक्टिव है, हाउ एम आई प्लानिंग? So basically what I can do as a teacher is that I should keep 3 learning objectives that all students should achieve at least that much of the concept of the class. Then there has to be like some student would achieve something and more student would achieve something. So अगर मैं 3 learning objective रखती हूँ तो I can ensure that मेरे क्लास में सारे बच्चे का differentiated learning outcome होगा. So differentiated learning outcome is another key thing for accelerated learning. Everybody would have an outcome, but it would be very differentiated on their learning style as well as on their pace of learning. So that is very important to have as a like a differentiated outcome. And as you said कि हम क्या strategy use कर सकते हैं, तो हम basically एक learning menu दे सकते हैं बच्चे को. Like when I when I tell my teachers to start a class, I tell them that okay, do you have a learning menu where child can pick up what he wants to do first? Like there is in the learning menu you have a starter, then you have the main, then you have a dessert. So the child picks up as the child wants to do, and their work is very challenging in the sense. I can share one learning menu with you, sir, and on like later.
Please do it. Thank you so much. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
चलिए।
Well, it's always a pleasure, joining this group where so many learned teachers and experts come in and we gain so much from each other. Today we are talking of accelerated learning. I feel that it's a kind of a personal learning experience which a child or a teacher can have as per their perspectives. As just now Madam told, that as a teacher we can break up our greater goals into smaller things where we say that few children will learn this and then more number of children will learn that. That is also breaking our big ambitions into smaller goals. So that was wonderful. So here also I begin with the first point itself, breaking difficult. We have to teach the children or guide the children to differentiate between ambition and goals. Like ambition can be, I want to learn Telugu. That is my ambition. So it may be daunting to learn Telugu language. But if I break it up into smaller goals, like first let me pick up 20 common words used in Telugu for this particular communication. So it will become easier for me. So this way, if we use this example for other things also, we will be able to explain this point better to the students. And another point, that is point number 2, for accelerated learning, if we adopt this concept of 80-20 principle, this is a concept given by Pareto. It is called Pareto principle, 80-20 principle, which says that with 20% of our efforts, we gain 80% of our results. In other words, 80-20 concept comes from the business part, where it is said that 20% of sales come from 80% of the customers. Or, I'm sorry, 80% of the sales come from 20% of the customers. So if we focus as a businessman towards satisfying those 20% customers, we'll make a good business. So in English also, or whichever language you take, 20% of the words, total words in a language, can form 80% of the literature. So if the students are guided that if you focus on the main part, you will be able to achieve a bigger ambition later on. Third, learn how to block out distractions and do single tasks. Here, if you can just go in for a small activity, which will take a minute, you will understand the concept better. If you can pick a pen in both the hands, pick 2 pens or 2 pencils in both the hands, and all of you must be having a paper in front of you. Yes, sir. So please try to draw a triangle with one hand and a circle with another on the piece of paper. And try to do it together. Are you able to do it?
One after the other, we are able to do it, but simultaneously difficult.
Yes, sir. It is extremely difficult. We may try it out. Sohail sir has done it. But our hand stops. When we are drawing circle, the triangle hand stops. Or when we are drawing the triangle, the circle hand stops.
Correct.
This is a small activity that we can conduct with the students, with the participants, to let them know that now, if you just try to draw only the triangle or the circle, your result will be better. Your triangle and circles both will be far better than what we were doing little earlier.
May I say something here? Like you gave us this particular act to be done. If we straight away get into it, we may not be able to do it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But if we apply to it, how best it can be done. You know, it's like going on the road. You want to go from one place to another place, and you want to plan out your route. But if you just get into a car and start driving, you may have a problem in finding the place or the route and all that, or which places to avoid and things like that. So it was something like this only. If you have planned it, even if you are given 2-3 seconds to it, what I planned during that time was that if I draw the triangle and circle in the opposite direction, I may not be able to do it. So I say I have to develop a flow.
Yes,
So this is a flow. The only thing was that a little bit of left brain was involved in this thing.
True.
So,
Very true, sir. But
एक्चुअली पर सर आपने यहाँ CMS लखनऊ में हमने देखा जो स्वीपर्स हैं दोनों हाथों से 2 झाड़ू लगाते हैं एक साथ. We have not seen any other school we saw only in CMS Lucknow. और दोनों हाथों को इतना स्किल डेवलप हो गई है कि वो इतना सिंक्रोनाइज होकर चलते हैं दोनों हाथ कि बड़ा कूड़ा मोटा कूड़ा एक हाथ से साफ होगा, बारीक कूड़ा दूसरे वाले हाथ से साफ होगा और परफेक्ट क्लीनिंग होगी.
It's much easier to draw a circle with your left hand, sir, right. You start drawing the circle with your left hand and the triangle with your right hand. You keep moving, it comes out. You know it.
There is a school 20 kilometers away from our place.
That's called ambidextrous also.
You must have heard about a school in India where the children are writing
I've heard, yes.
And that school is about 20 kilometers from our place, Nigai.
Madhya Pradesh only.
Yeah, it is.
It is an empty. They write with both the hands.
With both the hands. My mother is ambidextrous. My mother can write and read and do work with both the hands.
But the point which we want to make over here is that, as Sohail sir said, that if given time, we all can perfect ourselves, but it will take time. So, but when we are coming to learning in general, it is always better to do one particular task at a time. We cannot learn something better with few distractions all around us. We cannot go in with for YouTube, and we cannot have Facebook presence and then do some learning also. So this is what we have to guide the children. If they can learn a lesson from it, then actually they will be more focused, and that accelerated learning will take place for them. Fourth is practice new skills. Arun, you can go to other slides also. I think I've prepared few figures are there, so pictures are there, which will make the things clearer. You can just go down. Each point is taken separately, like breaking difficult ambitions into smaller achievable goals.
Sir, if you permit, can I check? Give me 3-4 minutes, because it's 5 to 6, so it is already 6:05, and then you carry on.
I'll just go through it very fast. These are the things which make accelerated learning better. So I think next time when we go for it, we can go into detail with each slide.
No, very nice. That's very well prepared. And I think it will be very helpful to all participants. So it will be really good. And we thank you for that. And we thank you, your team. Can I check with the St. Peter's Academy, Allahabad? There are 5, 6, 7 registrations in this today's session. Sumita ma'am, are you there? I'm not able to see her. Then Prerna Srivastav? No. Rekha Pandey? Rekha Pandey ma'am, you are there.
There.
Rekha Pandey ma'am? Rekha Pandey, can you see Rekha Pandey ma'am?
I think Ms. Shobha Rastogi wants to say something.
Yes.
To check, Rekha Pandey ma'am,
Yes.
are you from St. Peter Academy, Allahabad?
Shobha ma'am, you can.
Dr.
Yes.
Singh,
Yes.
Ms. Shobha Rastogi wants to say something.
Yes.
No, I wanted to check whether these schools are represented or not.
आपका सेशन बहुत अच्छा था सर.
नहीं,
बहुत
रेखा
अच्छा
पांडे
था
मैम,
आपका सेशन.
बात ये करना है आपसे कि आपकी टीम से can we expect 1 10-minute presentation? Can you coordinate and do it? Shraddha Mishra, Rekha Pandey, Prerna Srivastav, Sumita, ये ग्रुप है और 2-3 और लोगों ने रजिस्टर किया था. So can we expect from your school 1 presentation on 14? Rekha Pandey ma'am, are you able to hear? Then Navanita Ghosh ma'am. Navanita Ghosh, can we see her name here? She is from Bihar, a very good and experienced principal. She also promised she is doing a wonderful job. She had been in Delhi for 17-18 years. and now working in Bihar. Probably she's not here in this group. Then Chandni Kinger from UAE had registered. Chandni Kinger, do we see
Yes, sir,
friends?
I'm there. I'm there,
You are
sir.
here.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, please say something. What is your takeaway and how you can contribute? What is your position?
Ma'am,
Sir,
sir, before she tells, let me introduce her. Chandni, I had a talk with her today afternoon. She has contacted us. She is a trainer for British curriculum school in UAE, and she is quite effectively training teachers how to use the latest technology for classroom. So since they are using very effectively, she is reaching out. So she has proposed that in our forum, she can contribute in various ways, whatever ways she can do. So we invite her in our resource person team, and she is agreed to on 26 and 27 program. Also, she will take some of the sessions, some of the part. So Chandran, please go ahead and tell more about you and welcome you in the group.
thank you so much, sir. Good evening to everyone. I'm here in UAE, and yeah, as sir already introduced many things about me. My name is Chandni Kinger, and yes, I'm currently teaching to grade 9 to 12 kids over here with the business studies subjects for this year. And yes, due to the lots of changes that has happened this year, we have introduced lots of things in the school also, and that's what I have discussed with sir. That yes, we are using the Google Forms and Google Tools. We are using MS Teams. We are using other educational platforms like Kahoot, Neopod, PeerDAC, and quizzes and lots of different things. And definitely we'll be working together so that even I can make sure that the other teachers also learn and get an idea that what exactly we can take our children from one level to the other level. And yeah, somebody I said in the session that we can introduce learning menu and all. Definitely we are using that with this different platforms over here. So like learning menu, digital Bloom's taxonomy we are using so that we can give lots of different things to our kids at the same point of time, but making it digitalized. And yes, currently I'm getting involved with the teachers training over here also. And lots of things are happening here, so definitely I'll be happy to share everything with this team. And definitely I got a very good response from the sir also, so I'm really obliged to with that also. So thank you so much for that.
Thank you so much. You sent one WhatsApp message to me also at my number, so that to go further. Okay,
yes, sir.
I wanted
Yes,
to
yes,
add
yes.
you in the group, but your number, I know it was not working from this side. So
Yes, sir.
please
I'll
send
just
us a message.
yes, yes,
And it's
definitely,
really
sir.
a pleasure to have your contribution. Thank you so much.
No problem, sir. Thank you.
Sanjeet Soni, sir, is not joined, I suppose. Sanjeet Soni. Sanjay Kumar Sharma from Pratapgarh. Whether he joined? No.
No.
Which part of India are you, Chandni?
Akansha from Cuttack.
Sir.
Sanjay Kumar Sharma from Pratapgarh. Akansha from Cuttack. Not joined, I suppose. Monica Katuria from Allahabad Alok Senior Secondary School.
Yes, sir.
No, from Udaipur. DPS Udaipur, 5-6 people have registered. Payal Pahuja, HC Nagda, Priyadarshini Rathor. Anybody is here?
Arun, 2 or 3 teachers of my school are telling me that they have not received the link. So please check up.
Okay, I'll just see that.
Because it's, like sir is also saying from Udaipur, few teachers have registered, but they're not seen here. So
some of them are there in the YouTube. Some of them are on the YouTube. But meanwhile, I'll check that next time they receive the link.
They have gone to the YouTube because they couldn't get the link.
I'll check that why this happened. Next time, maybe the email not properly. Sometimes emails are bouncing.
Yes.
What is happening when they are writing email by their hand? Quite often there is a mistake. One other word or other letter is missing, so letters mails are bouncing. In this Google form, I have kept auto response. So whenever someone is registering, immediately mail is going. So auto response is there. So missing mail is not possible. Person is getting mail immediately. But still, I look whatever mistake happened. I'll try to. I'll talk to them. If you can tell me the names, I can talk to them and see that next time this will not be happening.
रजनीश
I'm
तिवारी
sorry, on that.
सर
I'm sorry
सर
for
एक
this.
काम और करें, हम सब लोग अपने अपने ग्रुप में तो पोस्ट कर ही देंगे, सारे ग्रुप्स में हम पोस्ट करें जहां जहां भी हम कनेक्टेड हैं, तो जो भी लिंक हमें मिलता है ना, हम सब लोग भी थोड़ा सा कर दें प्रिकॉशनरी, दैट विल बी ए गुड सर्विस। सर तो डीपीएस उदयपुर से नोबडी हैज ज्वाइंड। I spoke to 2-3 of them, and they promised probably. Muhammad Athar Kalam from Allahabad, he's not there, na?
No, sir, I think
Sanjay Srivastava from Tagore School, no?
जाने का व्यवस्था नहीं है ना।
Reena Tomar ma'am is from which school?
आ गया है।
she is here.
आज तो लगा के जाता हूँ कि कोई आए ना।
Sir, I am from Dayavati Modi Academy, Motipur,
अच्छा,
Rampur.
okay, Motipuram, okay.
Yes, sir.
Rituparna Sen Gupta from Rampur,
Yes, sir.
and Pallavi Day is from?
Religious books इतनी पढ़ी थी ऊपर में।
Pallavi Day is from Calcutta, sir. She is working in our school. At present, she is in Calcutta.
वो बेचारा।
अच्छा, she is
Pallavi,
there
if you
with
can
you.
speak, please.
Pallavi Day, are you there?
कीड़े मकोड़े खाना होगा अगर कुछ मिल रहे होंगे तो।
सबकी वॉइस तो सुन लेना चाहिए ना थोड़ा सा। फेसेस तो दिखा नहीं रहे हैं, हमें पता है लॉकडाउन पीरियड है।
And another problem comes when recording comes. The main window remains blank when person's video is not there. So
it looks very odd.
And looks very difficult to watch it.
Yes,
when
it
some
looks
presentation going on, that's fine. But when presentation not going, software automatically take whoever is speaking, that person's video it takes. And if video is not visible, then it's very difficult to continue. So we request, please come with your video.
Hello.
And generally we have a smaller session and where everyone's presence make a little different impact in the learning process. So I think everyone should come out with their video and contribute whatever way possible.
दो लोग और दिख रहे हैं, शोभना रस्तोगी और सनी रॉय। Are they here? Can you unmute and introduce yourself?
मेरी आवाज नहीं आ रही?
आ रही।
मैं शोभना रस्तोगी, सेंट पीटर्स एकेडमी। सेंट पीटर्स एकेडमी, प्रयागराज।
अच्छा, सेंट पीटर, ओके। So ma'am, मैं क्वेश्चन पूछ रहा था कि whether your school will be preparing some presentation for 14th January?
मैं बात करके आपको बताऊंगी सर।
Okay, please convey. All right. Thank you, ma'am. Sunny Roy. Can Sunny Roy also introduce?
Sir, Sunny Roy is from Silchar. He has started a small school. He is very progressive and trying to do something very good in school education. So that's why he is joining here. He want our help. How can we can do hand holding and help him out to go a little further. He has connectivity issues quite often. Sunny, can you listen here, sir? I think it's difficult in connectivity, but he's quite progressive, quite smart, and want to do something good in education. So maybe we'll communicate with him separately and later on, and try to help him out whatever we can do. Okay, great to see you, Mr. Sunny.
Great evening to everyone.
Good evening.
Am I audible?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thanks a lot. Great evening to everyone. Yeah, this is Sunny Roy from a very rural interior part of this country, running in 17. Yeah. Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah. Am I audible? Visible? Okay.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes, on my behalf, Sir Arun Prakash sir has introduced. So I have nothing new more to say. That's all.
We'll work together. Don't worry. Amarjyoti Gurai, can we hear from him? Amarjyoti
Yes,
Gurai
sir.
is from?
Yes, sir.
Please introduce yourself.
Sir, myself Amarjyoti Gurai. I'm basically from Jharkhand, district Jamtara, working in a nearby school in West Bengal. It is a border area. My name of the school is Crescent Public School in Asansol.
Okay.
Jamtara was
Very nice.
famous for a lot of fishing.
Yes, sir, but it's a different locality. Actually,
We have schools of DAV in Jamtara. I've done audits over there.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So again,
And
request
in
is
Madhya
that
Pradesh, SS Thapar sir.
who are able to contribute, please prepare. देखिए दो तीन पर्पस है माइंड में. We give you a bigger platform. We learn together, grow together professionally. We develop ourselves, do hand holding, and then instead of talking theoretically, if we give actual exemplars, that will benefit entire educational world. So purpose is to help each other, to learn together, to collaborate together. So finally, yes, Thapar sir, Dr. Prakash, let us conclude. It's already 6:20.
Yeah, Meenakshi, first of all, I would like to congratulate you for the prize that you got recently. Is she there?
She's there.
Meenakshi Narula? She's not there. And I was just asking Chandani, from which part of the country are you from?
Sir, I'm from India, Gujarat.
Okay.
Yeah. But
Very
currently
nice.
working here in UAE. Yes.
UAE, okay.
डॉक्टर साहब ये स्लाइड एक एक मिनट सेकंड के लिए दिखा दीजिए बस, पूरा नहीं, क्विक फास्ट मोड में. ऑलराइट, गुड, वेरी नाइस. ओके, वेरी गुड,
Thank you, sir.
nice. A good collection, very good collection.
Thank you, sir.
So thank you, friends. If anybody else want to say something, you can add. Otherwise, we conclude here, and we'll prepare 26-27. Please register. It is a paid event. So some friends have registered without payment. They will not get invitation unless they are exempted or they make the payment. So if anybody has problem, otherwise can talk to us personally in one-to-one mode. So we'll invite as a special guest, but in routine you will not get invited if you are not making payment, because it's a paid event and it's the first event where we have kept 300 rupees. We have not put any restriction in any other program.
Sir,
I think Meenakshi is able to hear us or not?
Please?
Meenakshi?
Meenakshi ma'am, unmute.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
No, you have been congratulated so many times, you're not responding.
वो उनकी एक डॉटर है छोटी सी, वो ना कई बार वो खेलने लगती है इनके साथ में.
So that's why I keep myself on mute.
आप उसको साथ में रख लिया करिए ना, कोई बात नहीं. She is very lovely.
Sir, actually, she sits and she starts recognizing colors on the page. She says, "Sir, मेरे से पूछो ये green है, ये blue है, ये white है, ये." Even today we celebrated. Even today we celebrated Maths Week in the school. See, the little children, what they did is they were wearing different dresses and they were showing the pattern on their dresses. And one child, the child just removed the bed sheet and showed me the mattress. Ki, ma'am, there is a pattern on the mattress as well. And see, I thought, ki, this is wonderful teaching, real life teaching.
Okay.
That is real art integration.
Yes, certainly.
True.
और सोहेल सर, आपकी आवाज और लैंग्वेज सुन के मजा आ जाता है.
सर से अब ऑफ द रिकॉर्ड सर से कुछ पूछते रेकी करते हैं. सर कुछ बताइए. कोरियन थेरेपी पर रेकी करते हैं, समाज सेवा करते हैं सर.
ओके.
एक हमारा डीपीएस आरकेपुरम के भी मिल गए इनको, वो ऑफिस में थे. क्या नेम है सर उनका? कोटद्वार से.
क्या आप फुलेरा की बात कर रहे हैं ना? सूबेदार फुलेरा, वो हमारे आपके
फुलेरा, हाँ सूबेदार.
आपके साथ में आरकेपुरम में थे
बहुत पहले हुआ करते थे वो डीपीएस में।
एक्सेलेंट पर्सन। अभी वो 85 इयर्स के हैं, अभी भी इतने एक्टिव हैं और सब जितने पेशेंट्स वगैरह आते हैं इतना ख्याल रखते हैं उनका। आपने देखा है राजेंद्र जी ने भी मेरे ख्याल आए हुए हैं। आप राजेंद्र जी आप हमारे पास?
हाँ जी सर, I was just about to say
Yeah,
I
you've
have
been
met
there.
you
हाँ.
in Sector 29
Yes.
Arun Bihar Club when sir and me had come to the
Yeah,
Diwali
yeah.
Mela.
हाँ जी, हाँ
We
जी.
had a good interaction with you.
फ्री सर्विस करते हैं सर और बहुत कुछ कर रहे हैं समाज के लिए। सर बताइए और रेकी में क्या करते हैं आप?
नहीं, ये दिस इज कॉल्ड सुजोक थेरेपी।
सर होगी तो बहुत बच्चे दे देंगे।
Sujok is a Korean coinage of words. Su means hand and jok means foot. SUJOK. तो ये नाम इसलिए रखा गया है क्योंकि जिसने इवॉल्व किया था एज अ कोरियन मास्टर, और सारी ट्रीटमेंट जो है वो हाथों और पैरों में ही होती है और किसी भी तरीके से नहीं होती, सिर्फ हाथों और पैरों में थ्रू सीड थेरेपी, दालें वगैरह, magnet therapy, color therapy, even needle therapy, and we even use palm leaf therapy. So कई कई किस्म के हैं बट प्रिंसिपल सेम है जिसके ऊपर सारी थेरेपीज यूज होती हैं. Actually, it was all to begin with, that is an amalgamation of some ancient therapies such as Chinese meridian system, Indian chakra system, Egyptian pyramid and diamond system. तो उनको जब इनमें इंटरशिप देखा गया कि they are also working on energy flows that are taking place in the body, and what impact they have on different organs and systems and parts of the body. Unko then they were found to be part of a larger system. So the larger system is this professor who evolved this. He called it a tri-origin system. So tri-origin mein what kind of is the energy is too aggressive or energy is too sedate and things like that. It's a very evolved and a very लॉजिकल स्टडी. इनफैक्ट इतनी सिंपल भी है. अगर आप शुरू में, अब जैसे हाथ है, ये देख लीजिए आप, तो हाथ में अगर आप देखेंगे, अगर ये थंब यहाँ होता तो इट विल जस्ट लाइक अ ह्यूमन बॉडी. दीज टू आर द लेग्स. साइड में जो है ये आर्म्स बन जाती हैं ऐसे अगर रखें. ये पूरा टॉर्सो है ये वाला हाथ, और ये पूरा हेड बन जाता है. अभी आप देख लीजिए, ये बिल्कुल हेड की तरह दिखाई पड़ता है. तो दिस इज द, ये जो सबसे प्रोजेक्शन है यहाँ पर, दिस इज द नोज, बिकॉज नोज सबसे ज्यादा प्रोजेक्ट करता है. और उसके ऊपर आंखें हैं, नीचे मुंह है, साइड में कान है, ऊपर ब्रेन एंड हेड है. तो एज ए